Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and what you're looking at right now are my direct mail pieces that just came in. So I'm going to talk about these pieces, who makes them for me, what they are, how we send them, and give you all kinds of information on how we get really awesome off-market properties from these little notes we send out. And it's a really cool company that creates them for me. If you're interested in working with them, just shoot me an email, mark@investformore.com, or comment on this video and I can send you some more information on them. And shameless plug, those are all my books over there too, if you're interested in learning more about rentals, flips, all that good stuff. So like I said, I have a company that does all this for me, and they also have another company, same people, who answer my phones for me from these deals that come in. And that is so nice for me, because I used to do some of the direct marketing myself, and it was just such a pain creating the list, deciding what note to send out, what postcard, and then answering the calls, because I'm horrible at answering calls. I hate answering calls. I hate being on the phone. And then you get those kind of angry people calling, or you're not there to answer your phone and people don't always leave a message. They have a call center that answers live calls. They're trained on how to talk to people, get as much information as you can. Then I get a notice as soon as that lead comes in telling me their name, the address, the house, and as much other information as they can get on that property. So it's so nice. It makes things so much easier for me. It makes it much easier for me to actually do direct marketing and get more deals that way. We have gotten quite a few deals, but I don't send out enough of these. I need to send out more and more of them, because the deals are usually better than what we're getting from auctions, the MLS, wholesalers, just because it's mostly me talking to the seller. And they might be talking to some other investors as well, but for the most part, they're talking to me. I'm dealing with them. I'm not trying to, completely rip them off, but, it's tough to find deals to flip or create rental properties with enough room in them in today's market. So this makes it a lot better. And I will show you some of those properties that we got from direct mailing here pretty soon. But the way it works, they will pull a list for me. They will create these envelopes custom for me. They will then, create the list. They have a machine that writes. You can see it kind of there a little bit. I don't want to show that address, but writes out in handwriting that looks real. And there's some machines that don't look real. It looks really good. They'll even put a real stamp on it for you. Have your return address on there, and then they mail everything to you in these boxes, and you just go drop them off in the mail. That way, the letters are coming from your area code or state or county, and people are more likely to open them if they're local. Then the notes they create go on that little sheet there, and it's just, like I said, a real short, to the point note. Looks like it's written by hand, really well done, and we get a great response rate from these. And they actually did a really cool thing too, is they gave us a bunch of extra envelopes, blank notes that we asked for. In case I'm doing driving for dollars or something like that, I can write my own handwritten note on there, pop in the envelope, send it to them, or send my own driving for dollars mailers, whatever I want to do. And they're just really cool to work with, really easy. Of course, it costs some money to do this, but there's a price for ease of business, and of course, we're making a lot more money from the deals we're getting. All right, so I'm going to talk a lot more about kind of what I did in the past versus what I do now, and then show you some of the deals we've gotten as well from these. Something else I really love about these mailing pieces that I get are they're not sleazy, they're not scammy, they're to the point, honest, and short. So these are some of the mailing pieces I've gotten in my own properties over the years, and I've sent some similar stuff out before and just never felt good about any of it. I have a couple third notices here. I think I probably have another 15 third notice postcards over there. The funny thing is I never got a first notice, I never got a second notice, I've never gotten a fourth notice. Everybody sends out the third notice postcard, and I don't like sending out something like that because it's not the truth, right? I never sent a first notice, I never sent a second notice, and they're really not very honest, and I just always felt like crap sending out stuff like that wasn't the truth. So that's one reason why I stopped doing direct marketing before as well, and one reason why I like this stuff so much better, because it's honest, it's truthful. And some of the other stuff, it's not all like that. Some of the yellow letters, right there are to the point. They're not scammy. Some of the other stuff isn't scammy. There's, some decent stuff in there. But these are completely different, and I think so much better than all the other stuff I get. And it really helps having the real stamp, having the handwritten address, having the handwritten note, and it's something that someone's probably going to open because it's interesting, it's easy to read, it's fast, and it's not scammy. And I can tell you, the call center tracks all the calls that come in. I can see all the notes. So they track the bad calls too, people yelling, being mad. Sometimes they report us, we're going to call the police if you send us another postcard. But we get way less bad calls with the new mail than we do with this stuff. Some people get upset that they're getting mail and we want to buy their house, but it's very few compared to some of the other stuff we've sent out in the past.
Okay, I wanted to show you a few of the properties we've bought from our direct marketing campaign. This is one, you may recognize this video from last week. This was a house that we just fixed up, had some flooding problems, and put it on the market, and it is now under contract. We bought that one for $212,000 from the owner, so we have it under contract for really close to that. I can't disclose it till it sells, but so huge margin on that one. We did spend $50,000 or so on the repairs. It had some flooding problems, but this was an out-of-state owner. His kids lived in the house. They didn't take care of it very well. It actually ended up flooding, and we talked to him, sent him a letter, ended up coming up with a deal. He collected money from the insurance for the flood. He didn't feel like fixing it up, so we took on that burden, fixed it up, and sold it. So that was a great off-market property. Another one that we did is this one right here, which I own right now. This is an old MLS sheet, so it just shows kind of a picture of the house. It looks a little different now. We got this one under contract for $130,000. I bought two from the same lady. This one for $130,000. It's worth about $230,000. Has a tenant there now who's moving out shortly. It maybe needs $20,000 in work. It actually looks a lot better now than it does in this picture. It has stucco, newer roof. And the other one we bought, I paid $150,000 for that one. We're putting about $35,000 in work into that one. And we paid $170,000 for that one, and it's going to be worth right around $280,000 in that price range. So both of those really great deals. Love those. This one you can't see here is one in Eaton that we're working on right now. Bought that one for $207,000. Its ARV is going to be around $315,000 after about $40,000 in work. Another really great margin property. And we have this one right here, which is almost ready as well. Bought this one for $182,000 from direct marketing, again, out-of-state seller. And this one we're spending less than $15,000 on. Really paint, carpet, few other minor repairs. Should actually be really around $10,000 maybe. And we're going to be asking around $240,000 for that one. So that's another really easy, simple one. And we're back to that one again. So I love buying from direct market because you're not competing with a bunch of other investors. You usually have pretty good margins. And sometimes we get houses that don't need that much work. Some do. Like this one needs a lot of work. But some of the other ones have been really simple rehabs. And it's just really nice to do the easy flips, even if you aren't making quite as much money, because so much can go wrong with the big flips. So I love the direct marketing. It's been great for us. I really need to get on a system to send out more mail than we are right now. And hopefully I can do that this year. But this company has been fantastic in helping us get more properties, more deals, because it's so easy. They'll pull lists for us. They'll help us decide where to send stuff. They'll help us create and design the envelopes. The notes are so easy. And then they can answer the calls for us as well with kind of their other company, which is just so nice for me because I hate answering phone calls. So I'll put a link to them below in the discussion. Of course, you can comment. If you have any questions at all, send me an email to mark@investformore.com. That's Mark, invest, FOURMORE.com. I'll try to answer your questions there as well. And hope you guys liked the video. Please give us a thumbs up if you do. Leave a comment if you have any questions. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more of our flips coming up. We should have a few more finished here in the next week or two that we will be showing soon. All right, thanks a lot. Talk soon.